Indian Scott digging through the past. Crazy tales they uncover fast. History's stranger than you think. They'll also talk about wieners in a blink. They'll talk about wieners in a blink. Oddball history.
Boom, boom, boom.
How.
To you all.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to Oddball History this week. Today we are doing riots.
And more riots.
And yeah, all the riots.
So many riots. The 19th century was mostly just riots.
Yeah,
It
was pretty great.
Yeah,
All for silly reasons. There was a hat riot where it was unfashionable to wear straw hats, so roving gangs of young men would beat the hell out of you and steal your hat.
Yeah, that's right. It was sort of a hardcore, like, don't wear green on St. Patrick's
white
Day
pants
thing.
after Labor Day.
Something that was started off as a fun little bit that just got way out of hand.
Yes.
But I think we can all relate to that.
Good, clean fun. The Astor Place riot.
Yeah.
Fuck a British Shakespeare actor and an American Shakespeare actor.
Well, they had a beef, and it got so insane. It ended up being the first time the militia had ever fired upon citizens in New York City.
People died.
Yeah.
20 plus, yeah.
Intense. All over Shakespeare. That's how hard we were fucking with Shakespeare back then.
And then as a fireman, one of my favorite ones that we're going to cover is the Toronto Firefighter versus Clown skirmish.
Yep, of 1855.
Yeah. A bunch of firemen and a bunch of clowns got sideways with each other.
Started at a brothel. You can imagine. We're going to get into it.
We're going to get into it, yeah.
But it's a tale as old as time.
Exactly. And, again, police involved.
Yep.
Axes had to be stopped. Good, clean fun.
Yeah, fun times.
And then...
imagine... we'll get into it.
And we'll cover
seeing
We're
that.
also covering the bread riots in England during the 7 Years' War. Which my favorite part of it is that they were just very sensible. It was a very proper English riot. And I like that about it.
Yeah, they had a little thing called decorum back then,
Exactly.
even with rioting. No.
Yeah, but
sometimes they did.
That one did. The others were awful.
Sometimes they did. Sometimes they didn't.
Yeah, this episode is going to be a lot about violence and chaos and man's tendency towards self-destruction, poor impulse control, violence, like we said. So today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Fuck it. Bet it on red.
Yeah.
All right? Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Just do it. Your family doesn't need that money.
You know enough about sports to make your kids' college fund. You just got to make the right picks.
You just got to do it. And I believe in you. But yeah, as always, before we get into the podcast, the top comment.
Top comments of the week.
Welcome to the Top Comments, where the most memorable and unexpected moments in history come alive with a twist. Prepare for a journey through oddball history. History is not just about dates and battles. Sometimes it is the bizarre, the quirky, and the downright hilarious events that capture our imagination. These oddities remind us that history is not always serious business. But before we dive in, let us lighten the mood with a bit of riot-related humor, courtesy of me, Artificial Intelligence. Why do riot police like to get to work early? To beat the crowd. Sometimes even history needs a good laugh. Now get ready to discover the top comments that highlight the weirdest, wildest, and most unexpected moments from history. Chaos reigns.
All right, so that first top comment is actually an email we received.
Hell yeah.
From Brent Myers. And he goes, just wanted to give y'all unsolicited feedback. I really like what you're doing. You two play off each other well with your own humor. I think you have a great niche with comedic history. Woj Tech forever. The Lake Worth monster is real, and I don't care what you say. Keep it up, boys.
Hell yeah.
What a delight. I love the Woj Tech forever. That one's still up. Episode
Isn't that
30.
Voitech?
Voitech.
Was it Woj Tech?
No,
I feel like we talked about it.
It was Voitech.
Voitech.
Yeah, because it was a Eastern European name. But yeah.
But a great bear. Great comment. Thank you very much.
30.
Really appreciate it.
I responded saying thank you. And then I got a response from Suzanne Myers. I don't know how they share an email and have different headings for it, but
yeah.
And she just goes, "Hey Jimmy, thank you for reminding me of my great insight."
I love it. That's very Peggy Hill sentence.
Please let Scott know that I'm a fan. Yeah, he may sound like Spicoli's younger brother. He may belch occasionally. He may zone out when the Rangers get their ass handed to them, but that's part of his charm.
That's right.
Speaking of, they got the
Also,
Rangers jersey on.
That's true. Shout out. They're not doing well. Might not might not make the playoffs this year.
Dude, I went.
But that's all right.
We went a couple weeks ago, and I like the Sunday blue jerseys.
Yeah,
And
they're
I was
sweet.
like, man, I'm going to go to the pro
powder
shop,
blues.
get me and Owen, my little baby, get a matching Sunday blues.
They're $27,000 a piece.
Yes. Mine was like $430, and his was like $110.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, well, no.
That's
okay.
wild.
We'll get T-shirts next
That's
time
wild.
they do free T-shirt day. We'll
Yeah.
get some tickets.
Yeah. Get
like,
those,
holy shit.
Get some jerseys.
Yeah, I'm going to Amazon getting some Chinese knockoffs. $500, $110 for like a 12-month-old shirt. They're gonna grow out of it. You don't want to. It's insane.
Yeah, that's
to me.
the crazy part. Yeah, that's like,
Saw DeMarcus
Whoa.
Ware at the game.
oh, nice.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah, I count on. I think he's just gonna look the same forever. He's,
Well, he lost like 60 pounds.
oh, did he? So
But that
he's,
still means he's
still
240 pounds, but just lean.
yeah.
Looks fantastic.
I was always blown away. He looked like he looked like, even when he played, if you saw him out of pads, he was not like a huge.
It's like
he
Micah
was not
Parsons
like
is kind of a smaller guy.
yeah. Oh, he's just so fast.
But Derek Holland was with him, Rangers
pay
pitcher.
that man, Jerry. We know
Pay
you're
him.
listening.
Yeah.
We know you listen to Oddball History every week.
Just waiting for it. We talked about him 3 times in a row last year.
I just can't wait to listen to the boys talk. They're on the thing. That's how Jerry talks, and he says they're on the thing. I know that my grandpa said that. And I don't
The
know
only
what-
problem is when we speak negatively of him, he threatens to replace us as co-host of
Yeah.
of our self-distributed
He's like,
podcast.
yeah. But remember, we don't ask the tough questions, so he loves us.
He loves us.
comes on and we say, Jerry, my God, how do you do it? How are you such a good GM at the age of 107?
107, 142 years old. It's great to see him work.
Did you watch the Cowboys thing on Netflix
Yes.
yet? I haven't yet.
It's very good. I was telling you, Derek Holland was with DeMarcus Ware. And as we know, Derek Holland's assistant,
That's awesome.
Head,
Local comedian,
comedian.
Head Richards, shout out.
I was with my brothers. We were pretty drunk.
Yeah.
And then my brother saw DeMarcus Ware. He was like, is that DeMarcus Ware? And I was like, oh, shit, yeah. And I saw Head with him. And I kind of had that, like, hold up, gang.
Hold up.
We're about to chit-chat with some famous athletes here for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen at all.
You got
We
big
ta-
leagued?
I got big leagued pretty aggressively. And then Head was even like, you can go sit in our seats. We're leaving. And they had, like, great first baseline, like, great seats. And we went and sat down, and the security just fucking jumped on us immediately.
Yeah.
And we're just like, get out.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, I'll go.
Yeah.
Walk past DeMarcus Ware in defeat.
He was still standing there when you had to. He saw all of
He
this.
saw it all.
He saw you go
He was
to
like, I think
his
those 3 guys
scavenge his seats and then get thrown out.
He
And
was,
then
like,
he was like,
these 3 guys clearly want to talk to me, but they just seem like they're looking for an in.
"Oh, that's hilarious." One time, I saw DeMarcus Ware on a plane one time when I was a freshman in college. We were on a road trip, going someplace for baseball, and he was on our flight, and it was just after his rookie year. And I didn't know what to say, but I didn't want to like get an autograph or be that much, but I did want to say something. So when he was walking past me in the aisle, I just go, I was like, keep wrecking shop next year. And he goes, I got to. And I was like, so
That's a fantastic
Hall of Fame
interaction.
career might be, I told him to do that. I told him to keep wrecking shop.
Keep
and now
wrecking
he's
shop.
in the Hall of Fame. So
And he's like, oh, shit. Okay.
I'm not taking all the credit. Certainly DeMarcus deserves most of the credit, but possibly up to 10%.
Goes to Scott Crisp right here.
Yeah.
Co-host of Oddball
That
History.
encouragement. That's what NFL players really thrive off, is the encouragement
Random
of their
fan encouragement,
fans.
yeah.
That's what really drives them. It's not the
It's not
money
the millions
or
of dollars.
winning. They don't care about that stuff. They want you,
They want to be
the
on a
fan,
plane at
to
9
think they're
a.m.
cool.
going, nice.
Yeah, exactly.
On episode 79, Smedley Butler, Chris Holt, regular
Oh,
commenter,
Smedley. Yeah.
he posted, stop howling Scott.
What? What is that?
I asked him to clarify, and he hadn't yet.
Huh.
But I don't know if that's a thing. Like, he's telling me to stop howling you, or are you one who hows? We'll never know. Write in. What do you got, Chris?
Yeah.
Also on Smedley Butler on a clip, Farm Welding Nick. Congrats on the wedding again. We've said it a few times.
Muzzles.
It says Scott definitely drops the N-word in this episode.
I saw that
Quotation marks unintentionally.
This is a vicious and wild rumor.
Yeah. Hey, listen to the audio, everybody. Okay. Make your own decisions.
Make your own decisions. Look.
Defend yourself.
My elocution is always perfect. No, I don't think it is. But
you talk about Nicaragua for a whole episode.
yeah, that's the thing. That is so
It's
true.
gonna happen.
I dare you to podcast
About Nicaragua.
about the war in Nicaragua.
Boy, you fucking hit that first C.
Yeah.
And then on...
Yeah, linger on it a second. Hit it
Linger.
hard, you know? They just gotta see, Yeah.
I did. This is about...
But still, a vicious lie. All right.
Lindsay on the Bernard
Shout
McFadden
out.
episode. I was just now listening to this. Paused it because you're talking about Alan Tudyk. And I had to come check. He does indeed follow us. My face feels hot realizing my lifelong crush and favorite voice actor might have heard some of the stupid shit I say to you fucking goobers every other week.
That's hilarious.
I enjoyed that comment a lot. I also commented below hers and tagged Alan Tudyk in it. So if he's paying attention, we might bother him
cool.
too much and he'll go away. But
Yeah.
we'll always have this
Very
the summer of
likely.
25 when Alan Tudyk.
When Alan Tudyk became an oddball head for a brief
What do we
time.
call them? Oddballies? Oddballs?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll think of it off air.
Yeah.
I feel under too much pressure here.
Or do you decide?
Also-
I think it just happens.
I don't know. I don't know his voice acting work. It made me realize. I don't know what he's done. I know him mostly from regular acting. You know,
Yeah.
from being a racist baseball manager in 42.
I never saw
And,
42.
Wow,
All right, we're going
wow, pretty racist of you. But that's all right. Hey,
Hey, at least I'm not saying the N-word on our podcast.
that is a lie. I'm gonna sue you.
Okay, so Alan Tudyk voiced Duke Weaselton in Zootopia.
Oh, I know Zootopia.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Chatsberry in Adventure Time.
Oh, see, I don't know Adventure Time. I know people love Adventure Time, but I've never seen
Duke
it.
of Weselton, or also Weaselton.
And
That was in Frozen.
I never saw
saw
Frozen.
Frozen. King River, Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
I don't know.
Green Arrow. He was Young Justice. Ludo Avarius.
I like that name.
Clayface and Harley Quinn. Hi and Moana. The chicken. All right, our man stays working. Voice
He
acting-wise.
does.
Then the
Shout
next
out.
comment on the scantily clad women of Physical Culture magazine.
The magazine itself, Physical Culture, it's filled with near nude photos of himself and other models. The cover's usually like a scantily clad woman. They had the tagline, "Weakness is a crime. Don't be criminal."
Is again Lindsay Velvet Spectre. Not to give this glistening lech any kind of credit, but he was spitting bars talking about sleeping nude and sexercise.
Yeah.
See, Alan Tudyk, Lindsay has some good ideas.
Yeah.
She's not just saying stupid shit to us goobers.
That's
you know?
true. And yeah, it's true. That it was one of the good parts of Bernard McFadden.
He was sex positive, and that was good.
He was sex positive, and that was good. And not only good, but funny for our podcast.
So Farm Welding commented on is the bread is the staff of evil. Prudery. Obviously, the man had not heard of gonosyphilades,
Yeah.
which I had to look up because I'm an old man, which is from a NoFX song,
Love no
which
effect.
as an
Shout
old
out.
man I should have realized
Yeah.
that gonosyphilades is just all the STDs combined together,
Yeah, it is.
which I saw NoFX 20 years ago at Edgefest.
I actually never saw no effects, and I
Yeah.
really wanted to,
They were
but
pretty
I didn't.
cool. It was overshadowed because Rise Against was there, and they did play Dancing for Rain, and it started raining.
Whoa.
So
That's awesome.
Pretty sweet. But you got to wonder if they got an earpiece in and a guy looking at the weather forecast,
Yeah.
and he's just like, cut the song, we're doing Dancing for Rain right now.
Yeah.
But
You would imagine so. I saw one of the times I went to the Warped Tour. AFI was there, and there was a big rainstorm before AFI, and it kind of stopped, and then the crowd just really spontaneously split like down the middle and just started chucking shit at each other. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of people just with it, mostly like soaked t-shirts, just balled up, and
awesome.
So it was fun. And then the lads came out, and it was fun. Davey Havoc did his twirling around thing.
We got another comment that was this was about the tilt-a-whirl clip of a man falling in love and having sex with a tilt-a-whirl.
You smell good. God, you smell so good.
He loves it so much.
I go, would love to know y'all's weirdest, most far-reaching hear me out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, well,
Is there an inanimate object you'd like to rub your genitals against?
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I don't, you know, like I love some structures. I think the ballpark in Arlington is beautiful, but I don't want to like fuck it, you know? I don't have the desire to like,
what about,
like splash around in its sinks and be like, ooh, yeah, you know? Well, actually, now that I say it, it does sound a little fun.
You're doing one of the pedal hand washing stations outside of the bathroom, just like, ooh, oh.
Oh, you reminded me, actually. I used to, in those bathrooms when I was underage, I used to go in there and pound beers. Me and my friends, we would, back in the day at the ballpark in Arlington, they had really lax metal detectors going in, and we would have 6 Keystone Lights in our cargo shorts pockets, 6 each. So we would drink 6, we'd get an 18-pack, 6 in the parking lot, 6 each on us. And then we just go in there like between innings and just competitively underage drink.
I do like that. So speaking of inanimate objects, I think Jim Jeffries had a joke about this that was the perfect summation of my thoughts. Is you walk through a sex shop and you see like a high dollar doll, like a real doll, and you're like, I would never buy one of those.
Yeah.
And you're like, but if I happened upon one,
if you won one on Price is Right,
if I won one, like, do you want the cash value or do you want to take it home? And you're just like, put it to go bag. We're going.
It's like the Rory Scovel joke where he's like talks about how he did a comedy festival where one of the swag bag things was a fleshlight, and he's like, I don't know if they intended it as a joke, but I did not take it as one.
All right, so that concludes this week's top comments. Thank you for writing in.
Top comments of the week.
Like and subscribe and stuff. Watch it on YouTube.
Follow our asses.
Yes.
My children are starving.
Help us.
Help us.
So the first riot we're going to cover is the Hat Riot of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1922.
Wait, this was New York.
Oh, I thought it was Philadelphia.
This was New York City.
God damn it.
It all started to know the beginnings of the Straw Hat Riots. You have to know how huge straw hats were in the 20s.
Yes.
They were a big deal. They had a Straw Hat Day. They were a summer hat. So Straw Hat Day was May 15th, but then that correlated with Felt Hat Day, which was usually September 15th.
Yeah.
So, and after September 15th,
you wore your felt
became
hat.
A thing. Yeah, you wore a felt hat, and it was a fashion faux pas to wear a straw boater hat. As part of this, the stockbrokers in New York and in other cities, but the dates were actually different. Like in Philadelphia, I think they wore theirs like all the way till like the October or something like that. But anyway, hat bashing starts becoming a thing. The stockbrokers playfully take each other's straw hats on the 15th and bash them, destroy them, and stomp on them, and it's very fun. Here's where the problem comes in.
Yep.
The youths of the New York City get wind of the hat smashing, and they want in on the fun, of course.
And it turned into some people smashing.
It turned into some people smashing.
Yeah.
as these things do. It was September 13th, 1922 when it all kicked off, 2 days before.
Which that was the thing, is this was before the actual cutoff date.
You're wrong for that, kids.
You're wrong for that. You could beat up an old man in a straw hat on September 16th.
Yeah, they eventually blind a guy. You blinded that guy on the 15th. That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Hey, above board.
He had it coming. But on the 13th, that's a little crazy.
Yep.
You know, you haven't even given men time to get into the stores and get their felt hats.
No.
I actually heard a conspiracy theory about this one that some people were like, wait a minute, are the hat makers behind this? Because they were pointing out everyone had to go get new hats after this riot. But so anyway, it starts off and they're just smashing hats. It's great. Nobody's fighting back. It's all fun. They smashed the hats of all these factory workers, and the factory workers are like, what are you going to do? There's hat smashers. And then they moved on
What are
to
you going to do? The hat smashers. Come on.
they move on
Case of
to
the Mondays.
they move on to dock workers, and the dock workers are like, fuck no,
Fiery bunch.
We love our straw hats. Actually, we're gonna beat the shit out of these kids.
Yeah.
So there's just a brawl on the Manhattan Bridge. It stops traffic. Eventually, they disperse that particular riot, but riots keep on popping up throughout the city. There's the next night there's a mob of, they say, like 1,000, upwards of 1,000 kids roaming around. They have sticks with hooks on them to hook people's hats as they walk by, so they
Genius.
can
Like the Sandman, but
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But and destroy their hats. I do think someone might have been blinded from one of the hooks, because that's not safe. You know, swinging those hooks around trying to hook hats. The quote from Wikipedia about that next night: gangs of teenagers prowled the streets wielding large sticks, sometimes with a nail driven through the top, looking for hats. Looking for pedestrians wearing straw hats, and a nail driven through the top for hooking hats, looking for pedestrians wearing straw hats, and beating those who resisted. One guy says his hat was stolen by a group of teens, and he turned around, and when he turned around, the group that stole his hat just disappeared into a group of 1,000 kids that was marching down. I believe it was Mulberry Street. But it's crazy. Guy like that says people are beaten, according to some accounts, and it does not seem this way when you read about it, but it says it lasted 8 days.
That's a long
8 days.
More than a week of a hat riot.
Of hat rioting. It's mostly a bunch of arrests are made, but it's mostly kids. So there's only so much the cops can do. This they per the New York Tribune, boys who are guided by the calendar rather than the weather, and most of all their own trouble-making proclivities, indulged in a straw hat smashing orgy throughout the city last night. 12 or more were arrested, and 7 were spanked ignominiously by their parents in the East 104th Street police station by order of the lieutenant at the desk. He called them and was like, "Hey,
you got to come get your kid, but before I let him out of jail,
your kid's
he's getting a good spanking.
Your kids did a riot. I need you to come spank them in front of me."
Yes.
And so they did. There's only, I think the longest jail sentence is 3 days.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the night court judge who presided over the whole thing was named Peter J. Hatting. That's right.
Hat.
Fucking, you couldn't write that.
Come on,
couldn't
man.
write that if you tried.
Get out of here.
But it's mostly fines. He said in summation, it is against the law to smash a man's hat, and he has a right to wear it in a January snowstorm if he wishes. I mean, not if I'm around. I'm gonna smash that fucking hat.
I'm smashing
Try to
hats.
wear that shit, and that would look ridiculous. But anyway, that was about it. There were tons more. There were other smaller Straw Hats riots, but eventually the boater was pretty much done for anyway. It kind of fell out of fashion by the 1930s and was kind of gone by the 1950s, aside from the barbershop quartet scene.
So let's bring it back, everybody.
Never went out of style there.
Get in touch with our roots. I think it'd be a good healing moment for the country.
Yeah.
Let's just decide no snapbacks after October 3rd.
Yeah.
Then we get to smashing.
And you can destroy
You can destroy them.
You can destroy snapbacks.
The second one is the Astor Place riot. Again, New York City. 1849.
It was a great time for riots.
Yes, it was a good decade, but this kind of had like a culture war element to it.
Yeah, this was the 1840s. The two biggest things in America are theater and hating the English.
Yes, which we talked about this a lot in the gangs episode. The gangs of yesteryear, like the real life gangs in New York, is there's a lot of like nativism.
Yes.
Where it was like, fuck the immigrants, fuck them. We want our homegrown people.
Yeah.
And so there was a famous Shakespearean actor named William Charles Macready.
Macready. I think it was Macready. I could be completely wrong, though.
And he was a British Shakespearean actor who was loved by the upper class.
Yeah.
And then Edwin Forrest was an American actor who appealed to the working class and immigrants.
Yes.
Especially Irish Americans, who had said they saw him as a symbol of American pride and rugged masculinity.
Yeah, he was our first good Shakespearean actor.
Yeah.
Before then, it was exclusively English actors played Shakespearean roles, and actually that led to earlier theater riots at times of crazy anti-English sentiment because they'd be touring America, and for these people in all these American towns, these are the only English people they're ever going to have the chance to throw something at.
Yeah.
So they're taking that shit. They're like, sorry, this has been wonderful, but I have to
They just all
throw
have
a tomato
They all
at
have
you.
a sack of rocks by their front door.
Yes.
Just, are we throwing shit? Okay.
Everyone, they seem to in the 19th century.
Well, they said,
truly,
that it was outside the Astor Place Opera House where Macready was performing Macbeth, and Forrest's working class fans protested outside the theater. Tensions escalated, and an estimated 10 to 20,000 people were outside.
Yeah,
and they were throwing shit.
Yeah, this is all like this. This all started. I mean, the rivalry has been brewing, but on May the 7th, a few days before this, Macready he was heckled really bad. They said that they threw like a half of a lamb on stage when he was performing. Which, Jesus, that's an unsettling heckle, you know, because who's throwing?
I've been heckled at shows. No half butchered livestock have ever been hurled at me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That would derail the show effectively.
Yeah, you would think. You really would think it would.
You got to address that. You know, someone's a little chatty, you can ignore it, but.
Yeah,
The half goat gets thrown at you.
So he's
going to
getting
be discussed.
He's getting heckled. Oh wait, no, and also I forgot. Also at that performance, I read that pro forest people had bought out the entire upper section of they had handed out tickets to this play, and so when Macready started, the whole upper section just started like hissing him and throwing shit.
Hell yeah,
at him. So he, after this show, is like, "Fuck this! I'm leaving. I'm going first boat back to England." But then a bunch of wealthy New Yorkers who, of course, love Macready and are horribly embarrassed by this showing, by all the riffraff in the Bowery, from the Bowery. They write a public letter saying, "Please don't go. We promise we'll be good." It's Herman Melville signs it, and Washington Irving.
You know, it's going to have the opposite effect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Look, you stay. You come back on the 10th. It'll be totally cool." Everyone knows it's not going to be totally cool. So like the state government's calling in the militia. They put like 100 guys in the theater, I think 150 outside, and then more will be called. They also put around 100 troops around the upper tens houses in New York City, the rich, powerful people.
Yeah.
The upper 10,000. I just learned about that term, actually. They call them the upper 10, but the upper 10,000, the best 10,000 citizens of New York, they had their own kind of, the police were watching them. And then on the other side, you have Captain Isaiah Reinders, who we might remember from the Gangs of New York episode.
Yep.
He, of the underworld, who tried to come and plead for sanity and got pelted with brickbats. Hilarious scene.
Hilarious.
But he's a big nativist, of course, so he's handing out handbills, these handbills that say who shall rule America, the us or the English, you know. It's all very like we gotta show this dude.
This guy playing Macbeth.
Yeah,
He's
so
gonna
they're-
hear from us.
So they're, they're doing the militia on this side. Isaiah Reinders is like getting people real fired up on this side. So yeah, by 7:30 when the curtain draws, there are 10,000 people in the streets surrounding
And this
the
actually
theater.
turns into the deadliest riot in U.S. history, is because the militia surrounds these people and then opens fire.
Yeah,
Rare move.
Yeah.
But they said 22 people were killed and 120 injured,
yeah,
which
it was
is crazy numbers.
crazy numbers, crazy to read, like how it happened. Like the militia came in, they called in the militia. I think it was like after the play had already ended. The play actually went on. I read one account that said that he had to pantomime the play, which was what he had to do on May 7th when all the hecklers were in the top area. They just had to do it in pantomime because it was so loud in there. So I read one account that said he did it that way, but I read another account that said that it wasn't. Every time he would speak, it would be like half the theater would cheer and half the theater would boo.
Yeah.
But he's done by like 9:30, and he slips out in the crowd like McCready. So he like does his shit and he's gone. Credit
Don't even
to
know
him.
what's going on.
He just, he like put, and I read that he might have been disguised, but I don't know. He somehow he just slips out. But then, I mean, it's the militia comes in, they get their asses kicked immediately. Like they get hit. There's like a sewage excavation going on nearby.
Yeah.
So there are a bunch of paving stones, and those are just,
Good throwing.
Yeah, that's good throwing. So they're just getting pelted. And so eventually, apparently the guy in charge of them told them to fire in the air once, and they did, and then fire
into the
low,
crowd.
and then just, and it was like most of the people that were killed too, of course the way these things work, most of the people that were killed were just like going
Standing in
home.
the back.
They were just like attempting to walk home
That's how
from work
surrounding
or
a crowd
seeing what
works.
was going on.
The people by the building doing the things that got the early seats
Yeah.
are the ones that are agitating the whole thing.
Yes.
People in the back are looking around.
Hey, what's
y'all
going
doing?
on?
Goosh.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Truly, one of the guys that fell, he got shot, and they didn't think they would just fire on a crowd like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy got shot and went down, and there's this one guy whose gave an account, and he was like, I laughed, and everybody laughed. We thought they were blanks. We thought like. And
Man, that guy's really acting.
man, that guy's doing a hilarious bit. And how is he making all that blood come out of his chest? Eventually, they get it. They disperse. The theater is smashed up pretty bad. The Astor Place never recovers its reputation. It's called the Disaster Place.
Got him.
And they have another Massacre Opera House, less catchy than Disaster Place. I think Disaster Place is the clear winner there. They tried to do one more season of shows but gave up halfway through. Eventually sold the building to the Mercantile Library. McCready did a farewell performance of Macbeth back in England at Drury Lane in 1851 and then retired. And then Forrest, he kept right on acting and making a shitload of money right through. He got gout at a point and lost use of his hand.
Oh, no.
But
One of my coworkers, Juan Balderas, has pre-gout.
Pre-gout?
Yeah, something like the numbers are high, so it's something he's got to take care of it. We're all worried about him. So.
All right. Well, shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. And your bout against gout. That's not bad.
The bout against gout.
The bout against gout.
Our
85.
next one, speaking of a firefighter, is the Toronto Clown and Firefighter Riot.
Oh,
Again,
a
1855.
great chapter of history.
Boy, were people fired up in the 1840s and 50s.
Yeah, they were. I think it was just like big cities were new.
Yeah. They're
People were
not
like,
used to it.
Let's just fight
It got hot
everybody.
out, and everyone was like, let's do some shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the heat. They're like, we got to fight. We got to fight somebody. But so this story starts out at a brothel.
As all good ones do.
Great.
The circus is in town, and the Hook and Ladder Fire Company, largely Irish-Canadian firefighters. And this was back in the day when they were more like gangs.
Yeah.
Like you.
And they were all Orangemen, Protestant Orangemen.
Yeah. I don't know
brand
what
of
Orangeman
Irish.
means.
It was like a club.
Ah,
They actually came up they were one of the times that New York fired into the crowd after in the wake of the Astor Place riot was there was an orange order like parade, and Catholics were protesting it and they shot them.
Ooh. No good.
Yeah, no good.
But this was when they were not a public service; they were private. And
They were private.
They were protective over territory of where they'd put fires out.
That's
So they'd
right.
end up having like brawls in front of
Yeah.
burning buildings, saying who put it out to get the money for it.
Yeah, you have to fight people to put the fire out, which I think adds a fun element to firefighting.
It really does.
Like,
you know?
what if? Yeah,
We still have a little bit where you like
You have a rumble.
You never race. You drive safely, of course, but you kind of race a little bit. Who can get there first? And,
oh, you have to.
yeah.
You have to. It's it's a matter of life and death. I'd be driving through people's yards.
But
I'd be
this-
like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Was the way I was being a hero not to your liking?"
yeah. Sorry, I destroyed all your sprinklers.
I'm parked in their house. I'm like, "Oh, excuse me," in their bedroom. I didn't. You think I wanted to do this? I was just trying to save lives.
You're just trying to save
Excuse
lives.
me.
Sorry about your cat.
Sorry about your cat. But
And then the circus was in town, so the Hook and Ladder Fire Company visited a brothel. The
Yeah, it's
clowns
kind of
also visited the brothel.
yeah, it sounded like it was the Hook and Ladders like kind of turf. Like
Yeah.
they hung out at this brothel all the time. And then these clowns from
These
the
out-of-towners.
SB House Star Troop and Menagerie come through. Also back then, I didn't realize to this degree Toronto was like a frontier town.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was like a boom it was like a lot of prostitutes and gambling. You know, it was like that kind of vibe. But no one knows for sure who started it. All we know is there are all these clowns, American clowns, Irish Canadian firefighters in the same brothel. No one knows for sure who started it. Some say a drunken firefighter named Fraser hit a clown, but nobody knows for sure. They started fighting. It becomes a wild rumble.
Boy, does this sound funnier if the firemen are in uniform and the clowns are in makeup.
Yes.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yes.
I
You'd
doubt
think-
it, but boy, would that make this whole nice little bow on it.
You
know?
wish they'd be showmen about it. And
Yeah.
when they realized what was about to happen, they'd be like, all right, we'll meet back here in 10 minutes.
He pulls one
I'm
of those
gonna go-
handkerchiefs out and chokes
Yeah.
the guy with it.
He's going to be like, I'm going to go we'll go get our silly clothes. You go get your firefighting clothes. Please don't bring the axes.
Please don't bring the
Please don't
axes.
kill us with axes. We really don't like that. And then, but no, they didn't. They just fought in their regular brothel going clothes, which is less funny.
And the clowns won.
The clowns won.
The clowns won. And
Every article I read made a very took great pains to say clowns used to be not to be fucked with. Like clowns were
I can't imagine that ever being true.
bare
but-
knuckle fighter / hobos that just like I could kind of see it in
Yeah.
the 19th century. I've never seen a 19th century clown that didn't look scary as shit.
Well, it's
you
like,
know?
hey, do you want to work twice a week, and we'll give you 2 hots and a cot?
And do you need to disappear from someplace really fast?
Come on in.
Do you
we're
need to
hiring.
hide in plain sight?
Yes.
So yeah, I can kind of see it. And then also, I mean, firefighters, same token, 19th century firefighters, these are a hard bunch too. These are men, again, who are going to fires, a lot of times having a full brawl before they can do their firefighting.
Yeah.
Because you have to win the fire before you can
Yes,
put it out.
put it out. It's-
Which I bet a lot of people, I mean, it's kind of shown in Gangs of New York, but people watching their house burn down and two full
like, I'll
teams
just-
of firefighters with trucks just beating the shit out of each other for 15 minutes.
Yeah, frustrating.
Ah.
But so after the clowns beat the hell out of these firemen, the firemen regroup.
Yeah, the firemen say, fuck that.
And so they go to the circus and they just lay waste to it.
Yep.
Destroy everything.
They're just destroying tents, kicking over wagons. They're the carnies are. It sounds like the carnies are kind of running in, or like the clowns like hide, and the carnies aren't giving up the clowns. So the firefighters are destroying the circus and demanding that they send out the clowns. Which is funny to say. They
send out the clowns.
Send out the clowns. We're going to kill them. We're going to fucking kill the clowns, so send them out.
Yes.
But they
do. This spills into the streets. The police get overwhelmed. And again, a militia is called.
Again, yeah.
And they say the mayor himself stopped one of the firemen from killing a clown with an axe.
That's right. And
So,
it only
nice.
got very cool.
Yeah.
That's
You don't see TC Broadnax saving any lives.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. When's the last time you took an axe out of a firefighter's hand in the middle of a clown
What's
aside?
Eric Johnson doing? You know.
Yeah, and this is all happening on Friday the 13th. I think it's worth pointing out. But it's really part of the reason it gets so bad is because all the Irish firefighters are Order of the Orange. Police they're all orange Irishmen, so they're calling the police at first. The police are like, oh dang, all right, we'll get right there. And then they go, and then they kind of just watch, and they're like, that's hilarious. And they're like, no, we called you to help, not to think it was funny. And then they're torching all the tents, and they're like, well, we should call the fire department. The fire department's the ones y'all were originally beefing with. So they do have some firefighters apparently back at the station that they send, but they just start setting fire. They just start helping destroy the circus. Some of the clowns reportedly jumped into Lake Ontario and swam away. 7 people are arraigned in connection with the riot, but the police department again couldn't recognize a soul. Crazy as it is. They're like, I don't remember a single person from that particular firefighter versus clown riot.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I see a lot of firefighter versus clown riots, so they all just run together in my head. I'm no good to you as a witness.
I can't accurately describe any single individual.
Which is also funny because it was so brazen. It's like one of the things that led to huge police reform in Toronto in 1859. They fired the entire police force.
Oh no! It's like you give all these people
are
power, and there's still problems today with it. But back in the day, it was just like, just do whatever, man.
I was just like, you know what?
It's like, oh shit, we should have a rule or two. I think
they're like, I don't think we have any good apples in this bunch.
And the last one's a quick one. Because it was the bread riots of 1757. This was in England, faced poor harvest, and with the 7 Years' War, like their stockpiles were being used for other things.
Yeah,
and
lots of riots in England over food.
Yeah, well, because the people thought that the grain harvesters and the bakers were like hoarding stuff to control the price.
Yeah,
and they were charging a lot that people didn't have, and they were starving. But instead of burning everything down or killing folks, they rioted, took over the stores, then sold the items at a fair price that they deemed fair, and then left the money in the till.
Which is nice.
That's very nice.
I think that's fair. And it happened like more than once. This would happen in England sometimes. Yeah. They would riot and just sell bread. They would sell bread at a fair price, which I think is fun. Because what are you going to say to that,
Yeah, you can't. How mad can you get?
Yeah, you want to say we're disorderly? We're over here doing transactions, giving change and shit.
Our clowns and firemen are killing each other and burning shit down.
Yeah.
Back in the home country, they're just like, all right, hey, $350 seems perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
all right?
That's right.
Now I'm going to take it over, but I'm leaving the money that I sell.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a polite riot.
Which is good. Quiet riot.
Quiet riot.
Where they came from.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls rock your boys.
Anything
wild.
You got anything going on?
Yeah, it's gonna be. This will have happened already. I got shows this weekend with Tom Rhodes and
Nice.
Hyenas Dallas.
Tom
Then
Rhodes rules.
yeah, he does. I'm a fan. November 15th, I'm at Herman Marshall Distillery in Wiley, and then December 7th, headlining Harvest Hall.
Fuck
With
yeah,
you.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
December 7th as well. I got tonight I'll be doing a Don't Tell show. So I'm producing Don't Tell shows.
Hell
I don't know
yeah.
if I've talked about it.
Hell yeah.
So I'm headlining the Statler Hotel August 27th. That's a Wednesday. And then 8/28, 9/6, 9/12, and 9/26. I have Don't Tell shows all over Dallas and Fort Worth. Check out jimmynelsоncomedy.com or just look up Don't Tell and you can find those. And then September 24th, I will be at Zany's Nashville. If there's any Nashville folks out there listening.
Hell yeah.
September 24th, the Lab at Zany's.
Good time.
But yeah, you haven't watched the Cowboys doc yet?
I haven't yet. I meant to, and then I didn't. I'm just so like torn. Like I grew up loving the Cowboys and was a big fan for a long time, but I'm just so checked out on the Joneses.
They suck.
They're
It's,
just really
not fun.
They used to like hide that they're like Jerry. I just don't think he gives a shit. Like he has his mountain of money. Like
Yeah.
as long as the
But I think it's
Cowboys are talked
all their
about,
worth is tied in. Like the business is successful,
yeah.
even though they don't win a ton, and they win plenty. They go 500.
Yeah.
Dak was hurt last year. Like it's not a total trash fire, but
Yeah, exactly.
does
that's one of the things that makes it more frustrating. I
when
think.
they have a great year and then get blown out in the wild card game,
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck was
You're
that?
like, ah.
No, it's actually a lot of fun going back and seeing because I was laughing where I was born in '89, but obviously have no memories of the Cowboys being good.
I remember the last Super Bowl.
Really?
I remember. I have some childhood memories of that last Super Bowl.
Because all my childhood memories are of like Troy Aikman's the tail end when everyone was like, if he gets hit in the head, he might die.
Yeah, that was just like
That was like the last 3 years of his career.
It was just
They're
a
like,
common topic of
should
conversation in
retire.
Dallas at the time. They're like, he is going to
and then
die.
you got to see the great quarterback play of Quincy Carter.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, whatever.
Took us to the
truck used to-
playoffs.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Lost to the Panthers.
Yep. Oh, Jake Delhomme slinging it.
That might have been even before Jake Delhomme.
Jeez.
Was it? I don't know.
My favorite thing of it, though,
football
is
players come and go so fast.
they do. I've only seen the first 3 episodes of it, but Jimmy Johnson is yelling at practice, and a player says he's having asthma, and you can tell Jimmy Johnson just like, asthma? He's like, go have asthma on the other field. And then he cut the guy.
Damn.
He's not going to have
Yep.
asthma on a football team? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson would cut you. He'd cut you fast. He was like that Simpsons joke when Homer becomes the football coach.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're cut. He just cuts everybody immediately. That was Jimmy Johnson.
That was Jimmy
He was
Johnson.
doing this in the NFL. He
Yeah.
was doing the everybody's cut bit. Oh, you're way cut. I was watching a show called Back to the Frontier on HBO Max where they
Okay.
do like historical living like they're in the 1880s. It's 3 families trying to live like it's the 1880s. I tuned out real fast. Pretty boring. But I was.
Do they have any riots with clowns in this TV show?
Not a single one. Very
not
not
historically
realistic.
accurate
It's
at
not
all.
realistic.
Yeah.
They've never once gotten punched in the face for smashing someone's hat. But anyway, they. It's not a. I didn't love the show, but I love. They have a. They have a resident historian who just stays in a little cabin and like kind of tells them what to do. And he doesn't wear the old timey clothes. He's just dressed in modern history professor
There's just
clothes.
a guy in a Tommy Bahama shirt named Ken, just like, hey,
Yes, that's the vibe.
hey, put that down. That was invented in 1892. Put it down.
Exactly. I want that job so bad
Yes.
for that reason. Just to big dick them all the time. Be like, that's not right.
They didn't
That's
have
not
pliers
historic.
yet. They didn't have pliers. Get out.
That's not authentic. That's not how people sneezed back then. And they'd be like, well, how did people sneeze? I'd be like, not like that. I just be a dick to them the whole
Yeah.
time. I think that would be very fun, though. I was also reflecting on. I saw an article this week about I think it was Scotty Scheffler. He said he got his start when his grandpa bought him a set of plastic clubs when he was 3 years old. And I always, every time I see one of these articles, I feel like I've seen similar articles about several golfers through my life. And every time I kick myself like a motherfucker because my grandpa was a big golfer. He bought me plastic clubs when I was 3, but I just used them to hit my brothers. That's all I ever used them for, was to attack my brothers. So they got confiscated before I could ever lay the foundation for a career on tour.
I'll go to a driving range twice a year.
It's fun.
It's fun. I always say, and you get the bug a little bit, and you're like, man, I'm going to start playing, and I just can't do it.
I went to that putt shack place.
Oh, yeah?
Like earlier in the summer, or maybe in the spring.
Was it putt-putt? Or
it was fucking awesome. It's like Top Golf, but for putting. They have all these games.
Yeah.
So everything's like screen-based, but it's super fun.
We were at an airport. We went to Colorado a few weeks ago, and my buddy has like the Admiral Club thing.
Yeah.
So we got to play a golf simulator for 25 minutes at the Denver airport.
That's fucking awesome.
Pretty sweet.
That's baller.
What did we do? We hiked 2 14ers. We did Gray's and Torrey's Peak one morning, and it was fun because we just showed up and we were like told a couple people because there was like a 50-50 split of people going like, it's just a hike, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then the other 50% are just like, it's fucking mountains. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
It's like I had like tennis shoes and a bottle of water. And just we told a few people, and they're like, "Oh man, you got to have like 3 days to acclimate to the." And we're like, "Oh, we got here 12 hours ago, and we're gonna hike it in the morning." So
yeah, we landed and we're going now.
we're gonna go ahead and go now.
So,
but it went fine, and it was good. Very pretty.
I guess we won't be able to do that pussy shit.
Yeah. But yeah, not really a ton going on. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of shows coming up, and excited for that. We had Owen's first birthday party.
Shout out. Happy birthday,
Shout
Owen.
out. Owen's clucking 1.
He's hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Farm animal
Clucking
theme.
1.
Yeah. Taylor, any thoughts on Owen's birthday? All right. Well, if she wants to be included, she's welcome. I don't think the audio could pick that up. There was a long pause. Long enough to where I was like, maybe she's got her headphones on. She's working in there. And then just, no.
Hilarious.
But yeah, like, subscribe, JimmyNelsonComedy.com for tickets to shows and stuff. Check out Scott Crisp 3 Ps.
That's right.
On Instagram for his shows and things. And
that's
I
right.
think December well, I'll probably ask Scott if he can do some of the Don't Tell stuff. But December 7th right now is you can see us together at Harvest Hall again.
It's going to be a good time.
Should be fun.
Always is. Yeah.
Any closing remarks?
Wile E. Coyote won't see your mean comments, but all your friends who have run full speed into a boulder with a tunnel painted on it and turned into accordion for a second will. Think about it.
Think about it. Hail Satan.
Jimmy and Scott digging through the past. Crazy tales they uncover fast. History's stranger than you think. They'll also talk about wieners in a blink. They'll talk about wieners in a blink. Oddball history.